Hello! I'm not going to High Park today. It's a wet one, so I'm going to take it easy. It's November. November means 1 year on HRT for me. And I feel great. I should have done it sooner, but, you know, better late than never. Thank you. Halloween just finished. We bought ourselves candy. Half-price candy. Woohoo! Feels very wet. So it's quite wet out still, but I think it's still safe enough to ride. 97, no wheel slip yet, so that's good. I'm not going to bother hooking up my Pokemon. I'll just let it gather kilometers. I already played a little earlier today. We went out, got our half-priced candy. I got my spironolactone prescription refilled, and had some breakfast burritos from McDonald's that they did a crap job of. They usually did a good job, but maybe everyone at McD's went to a party last night. I'm not going to get mad at people who work for minimum wage. You know what I mean? Makes no sense. But one of them was cold. Or actually, two of them were cold. I gotta put gloves on. Oh, I can't because I have wrist guards, right? I would have had to put the gloves on under the wrist guards. Oh well, I can just put my hands in my pocket. As long as I can get them out fast enough if I fall. It might actually be better because I should roll and fall on my elbows instead of my hands. Not like the real elbow guards are for. Just kind of try and fall flat. I'm not leaving a wet trail, so I guess the tire's not that wet. Still, it's a slick, so gotta be super careful. If I ride it any more into the winter, I should probably buy a knobby tire. is to ride a Onewheel while it's cold. Like, I don't know if being cold permanently damages a lithium battery or only maybe temporary. I don't think it damages the battery, but I think it definitely makes it so the chemistry is not able to happen as easy. So, one fun thing, because I'm trying to work on my voice, is that without thinking, I'll use a different voice with Google than I usually do, and it can't voice match me anymore. So I might have to retrain Google with my new voice. I can hear the tire going as the wet part of the tire hits the pavement. Like I said, I'm going to take it easy. I'm not going to go too fast. It's hard to see with that light. I have my foot roughly in the right spot, but it hangs off the edge of the Pint because the Pint has such narrow footrests. Foot pads, yeah. They're kind of narrow. So what they've built is a concave foot pad, which I guess gives you a better feeling, which I think I might like that. The one thing you probably should not DIY is foot pads, because they are how you control, basically. So you don't want to lose control to shoddy workmanship or something like that. So if I do something to modify the foot pads, I'll probably buy them from a reputable, like, mod maker. One mod I might do myself, though, is the vampire mod. I think I talked about it last time or something, but basically you hook another battery system in line with the motor so that you can get regenerative braking instead of hooking another battery up to the charging system. So you still get regenerative braking, but you also, you're not putting stress on the original charging system that it wasn't meant to take. So what people have done is they'll put a 56-volt tool battery, just like bolted to the point somewhere, usually on the fender, and then have the charging system of that tool battery hooked into the wires that go into the motor hub. And that can provide you with extra battery power, extra distance. Last week, it wasn't a week ago, but it was still last week. The last time I rode, my battery was very, very low, and I was close to the Onewheel turning off on me without me even realizing it. Close to when I was at home, it was in like the 10% range, I think, which is very bad. And it's bad to let a lithium battery go down that low. So that's a definite cause for range anxiety for me if I can't go to, say, High Park, because going to High Park's kind of important. I'm going to go out on the road. These few other people are out, and that's amazing. I guess it's just because it's cold. Yeah, I was going near the water there and it was a little too cold for me too. So I'm just going to go on the road, because I can go on the road. The road is open still in November. That's wild. I put a piece of felt over the microphone. I don't know if you can even hear me. But the felt should help with the wind noise. My neck is cold. It's the one problem with riding any kind of leisure vehicle in the fall and winter. Mostly the winter. You get very, very cold in Canada. I feel like I should be wearing a toque underneath my bicycle helmet. When I cover my ears with my hands, it almost sounds like the cars are behind me, and it's a little freaky. Like I don't want to get run over with this thing. Got to balance between warming my ears up and warming my hands up. The eternal struggle in Canada. It's so windy. I thought it would be nice out. It's not. It's terrible. I should have gone north. Going south to the water was a bit of a mistake. But it's so clear. I'm keeping my speed low. I don't want to waste too much battery. I'm still at 84% battery though. %1 regen. Wow, it's cold. It is positively frosty. Like, I bet it's above zero, but that wind feels like it's freezing. Although the ground's not frozen yet, so. Holy moly. Okay, maybe I will take the bicycle back. This is so windy. It's just nasty out. One of those days you're glad to have a face mask on. I was kind of hoping that the trees would come in. Toronto's always terrible, but like, yeah, some days worse than others. Some cyclists have an I'm so hardcore attitude about it, where it's like, oh, it just makes it a better exercise ride. And I'm like, no! I hate wind! I hate fighting against a wind when I could have just gone further on the same amount of energy. Then again, I've never cared that much about getting fit. course, I've never had to. I've never ever been fat, really. Being on HRT is like the softest I've ever been. I hope the audio comes through cool, because that would be very nice. If not, I could start carrying my audio recorder again, but that just requires me to synchronize the audio with the video, which is a bit of a harder thing to do. If I'm just using the GoPro itself, I can plug it in, tell my program to merge the files, because it splits it every 4 gigabytes, and then you're done, you have a video. Very low effort. A frosty one today. Thanks for standing out here, officer. Thanks for watching out. Because you just know if there were no police on here, that somebody would jump the barrier and try and go up here, potentially running over people. At the very least, scaring a lot of people, which is not cool. Toronto definitely gets more than its fair share of road rage. You can tell by how everyone has their collars up to the wind, how cold it is. It's a brisk one. See, there's somebody there already who went through. Somebody who totally didn't pay attention to the rules. Driving in the city is not that hard. People still fuck it up in ways that make it very dangerous for anyone who's not in a car, and for people who are in cars, and for themselves and their families. I wonder if the Onewheel's having trouble, because like it's giving me pushback. Either I'm going too fast, I'm going 14 now. I could have been going too fast there, but I was definitely getting pushed back, so. Time to go home. Will I have grip here? Thankfully, yes. Just very gently. Well, Onewheel, I'm floored. This is amazing. The middle worries me a little bit. So many cars. Well, I live in like the biggest city in Canada, so. So many people coming home. How much battery do we have now? 63. Not bad. I think it drains a little faster in the cold. So where I would usually have half left over when I get home, this time I might have a little less than half. They definitely don't encourage you to use it in wet weather, and it's especially because it has a slick tire. But even with a knobby tire, it might have trouble, right? It has to balance you. It uses the friction to keep you upright. So, oh, it's open. Antiques Market. Oh, that's amazing. I was missing the old antiques being there, so that's awesome. Another reason is water might wreck it. And even more, your feet might not stick to the skateboard decking. The grip tape might not work well if it gets wet, so. So many reasons not to use it in the rain, but I've used it once or twice in the rain before. Mostly because I was caught in the rain. I try not to go out if it's raining. But even if it's still wet outside, I try not to. might take more risks than I do usually, but was nice to get out for a ride. I just showed Victoria how to do soldering today. She soldered her first electronics project. It's a battery, a switch, and a light, but it's still a first time, so it's pretty cool. I'm so happy, I'm proud of her. Proud of her for getting over her fear of burning herself and doing anything. Goals, not dreams. I was pretty happy when they opened a Shoppers closer to me. This one might have been a bit far. Where are you going, in there? Okay. Sure. Hate people pulling out into fucking pedestrian walkways. So dangerous. Huh, got a leaf. Have a leafy buddy. My left foot's falling asleep. Oh no. Almost done my ride anyway. I may have to stop doing this. I said the wrong word and the camera did a thing. That's why there was an interruption there. Maybe I should turn voice activation off. Make sure no douchebags coming up behind me too impatient to wait. Somebody dropped a whole bunch of gravel there, that sucks. But